Okay, story time. See, this is the issue. I got you guys all hopped up on stories. Oh my god. All right. You guys want to hear the story about how I almost got shot to death by police one time? Cut forward 10 years. I am now cut forward the amount of years that it would take for me to be 17 years old. And it's Halloween. I'm into airsoft. I've been using my Safeway money to purchase Diablo 2 items and airsoft guns on eBay. And my dad is not aware of this. Again, dad, now retired policeman. He retired when I was 10. He's been retired for about 9 years at that stage or something like that. I don't know. You do the math. I'm trying to tell stories here. And it's Halloween time and I've got this Desert Eagle airsoft gun. I've shot all the CO2 out of it. I run out of canisters. My buddy Chris is like, "Hey Moses, I'm dressing up as the terrorist from Counter-Strike. Can I borrow your Desert Eagle so I can take it to school?" Now, reminder, this is 2003. This is before there was only one school shooting and no one no one cared, okay? No one cared about bringing airsoft guns to school. So this guy just rolls into school with a Desert Eagle. I'm working at Auto Value. It's a hit. It's a hit, okay? Everybody is down. Everyone gets it. Pause. And anyway, I have to go to Auto Value. Hey, dude, sorry for the proning. I don't even have a grip. No one has grips. So, anyways, I take it to school. He's got the costume. Everyone loves it. Okay, everyone loves it. God damn it! Trying to tell a story here, Fexy. I know I need all the... Dude, I'm trying to tell stories, okay? I said I'm not paying attention. Okay, here we go. I'm getting all this stuff. Are you happy, everybody? All right, great. So I have to go to work afterwards, which is a bit of a problem because I have to take this gun from him, and I have a white sweater on my work shirt, and I go to work, and I call my mom because I don't have a car because I'm a loser, and I say, "Hey mom, it's almost, time for work to end. Can I get a ride?" And she's like, "Nah, I mean, I have to pick your sister up at 8:30. So if you can wait until then, I can come and get you." And I was like, "Well, no, I get off at 8, so I'm just going to walk home." Now, we lived in a new area because I'm privileged and I have to walk. And it's, there's not a lot of street lights. It's dark outside. And I've got this airsoft gun with me. So I have to figure that out. So I'm like, okay, well, I gotta walk home. Is this true? It's absolutely true. And so I start walking. I walk through Midnapore. I'm walking up the street. What was 162nd Avenue in Calgary at the time no longer exists. I think they paved over it and changed the road in some way. And it gets to the point where I run out of streetlights. And people are driving past me on either side. So I'm like, I gotta be safe here. I take my white sweater that is containing this Desert Eagle airsoft gun and I drape it over my shoulders. To increase my visibility, I practice pedestrian safety like a pro. So I'm walking along, and I hear this car pull up behind me, and I'm like, thank God my mom's here to pick me up. I turn around. Gun in, well, not gun in hand, but I'm holding it by the barrel. And I start walking towards this car. And then the police lights turn on. And all of a sudden, I have guns pointed at me. And I have two shadowy figures yelling, "Get on the ground. Drop the weapon." And I was like, what? Of course, my first reaction is to try to explain to these shadowy gun-wielding figures that it is not a gun, it's a toy. And they do not seem to be interested in hearing my side of the story at that stage. So I go to throw the gun on the ground and I put my hands up and I kneel on the ground. And seconds later, I've got a knee in my neck and my face in the dirt and a gun trained on me. And they're like, do you have any other weapons? I'm like, it's a toy, as I stated. And that's that. So again, I think I mentioned this during the last story, but my dad was a cop. So I'm just like, hey, you know, I'm in the back of the cop car trying to explain to them, it's a toy, it's this and that. But another cop car pulls up, an ambulance pulls up, and I'm like, hey, what are those guys here for? And they're like, well, they're in case things didn't go as well as they did. Does not click that I almost died. But there's now a group of cops at the store, or at the side of the car, excuse me. And they're like, well, how do you get the magazine out of this thing? And I was like, well, you just push the button on the side, and he pulls it out. It's this little clippy looking thing where you put the BBs. And he goes, oh, it's a toy. And my response was, duh. Because I'm a idiot. And they did not like that one bit. So, a little bit more time goes by and they're like, all right, well, you know, you don't have any ID on you and whatever else. You're also 17, so we're gonna have to take you home. And I was like, please don't do that. Because now all I can think about is I'm in trouble. And I'm like, my dad is gonna kill me. Like, you can't take me home. I'm like, well, we got it. You're a minor and there's no way around it. And they take me home. And I go downstairs and I say to my dad, the police are here. The police are here. And he's like, okay. And he just goes upstairs and they're talking, they're having their little cop chat. And then one cop says to my dad, he goes, yeah, it was code 300. And he just looks at me and goes, go downstairs. No, he was retired. My dad was a retired cop at this stage. So he basically, you know, says, go downstairs. And like in the voice, like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And, you know, the cops leave and he comes down and he tosses my room like it's like a SWAT team. He's ripping things apart. He's like, where are the rest? And he's like, he takes my blow dart gun. He takes my computer internet cable. He takes all the BBs and he smashes it all. He smashes it all. And, which is fine because he was scared. What I didn't realize is code 300 means we're about to shoot this guy. Get over here. Like when, like there's 10 codes and whatever else, but like codes, like code 2 and code 3 is like shit is getting real. Apparently. So the next day I'm at work and I'm all disheveled. I sat in my room all night crying, sadly strumming my guitar in woe and self-pity. And this cop comes in. I didn't recognize him, but he's like, hey, we met last night. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? Like, did you come into the store? He's like, no, we met last night. And I was like, oh, my guitar. I had a guitar. That was all he left in my room. And I was like, oh, I'm so sad. It sounded like this. I'm so sad. I'm an idiot. Please stop taking my stuff. Dad, you're killing me. That's what it was like in the room. So, he basically says like, hey man, like you scared the crap out of me. And that's when I kind of got a little real. That this guy was like this close to shooting a teenager. Like very close, like any wrong move and I'm just dead. And you know, people have been saying in the chat, you're trying to avoid it. It's true. If I was in America or anywhere else, I'm a dead person. I am a dead person. Because there's not every day in Canada you see some Afro-laden 17-year-old kid walking around in an Auto Value t-shirt and a sweater draped over, carrying a Desert Eagle. It's not like they were in a nice part of town as well. So if I had been maybe somewhere else in my city, I might have been dead. You know? So anyway, shout out to my dad who's got a lot of patience. You know? And that's the story how I almost got shot to death. No more airsoft after that, believe it or not. I had an afro, dude. That was my hair. When I was young, I had really thick, tight abs, curly hair as well.